Hey, nurse bosses, how is everybody doing today? I wanted to come in really quickly because I just got off my nature walk, my nature trail, and I got back in the car and I was like, you know what? Let me make a video right quick with my nurse bosses. So, as you all may know, I'm a big believer in your mindset, and your mindset will determine how far you get in anything that you're trying to do, whether it is becoming a nurse, whether it is determining if you want to go back to graduate school, or whether it is you're trying to be a nurse entrepreneur. Your mindset is everything. And this one tip, just one tip, is being out in nature. I feel like being out in nature just really changed the trajectory of where I was headed. Um, it really helped me, and I wish I would have known this years, like at year one, whenever I was a registered nurse, or even prior to when I was in nursing school and had so many different things going on. I wish I'd had practice going out in nature and clearing my mind and knowing myself. So that's why I'm here, nurse bosses, is to help you along your journey. No matter where you at, you can use these tips, whether it be for nursing or whether it be for something completely different. You can use these tips to really help build your life, to really help transition and change your life to something that you would like for it to be. But it all begins with mindset. So, being out in nature just really calms your soul. The benefits are you're getting a nice exercise, you're getting a nice walk, you're being able to observe creation. You're not necessarily thinking about your paper. You're not necessarily thinking about, yo, I have to work 60 hours this week. You're not really thinking about contracts that you're trying to get if you are a nurse boss. Like, you are literally present, you're in the moment, you're out, and you're observing the beautiful creation that God has already placed before our eyes. So that's why I enjoy and I really encourage everyone to just take a walk. It's really beneficial in cleansing your energy. It will really take you to a place to where you can focus on whenever you get back to whatever you was doing prior to. You can really come at that task from a new point of view. You can come at it from you being clear, not like, oh my gosh, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. You can really come into that task with a calmer spirit and with clarity. So, for all my nurse bosses who are thinking about becoming a nurse, like, the importance or what being out in nature can do is help you to kind of solidify and kind of think about and get your mind ready for nursing school and beyond. Like, if you implement this practice now, whether you're currently working, whether you're currently in high school, if you implementing stepping away for 10 to 15 minutes, 30 minutes, however, go take a walk in nature and then come back to whatever task that you're doing. It'll help you to set up your life before you even start nursing school, before you even get into the field of nursing. Because I tell you guys, like, it is definitely important. As nurses, we a lot of time fail to take care of us. And if we don't take care of us and we're constantly pouring out to our families, we're constantly pouring out to our patients, we're constantly pouring out to each other, but we're not pouring into ourselves, then we'll get burnt out so quickly. And that's where a lot of the nurse burnout comes. That's where a lot of people come into where they're ready to leave the profession because they're tired and nobody is pouring into them, and they're like on zero. So it's our job to make sure that we're pouring into ourselves, that we're giving ourselves that self-love, that self-care that we need. It's our responsibility to make sure that our cup is full. Though we love it when other people pour into us, make sure that when those other people pour into you, your cup is already full, honey. So you're working from overflow. You're working and you're walking around and you just gleaming, sis, because you're already filled up, because you don't take the necessary actions you need to make sure that you're full. For my nursing students, I know nursing school is a lot. I'm not gonna sit up here and play like it's not. It's not a walk in a park or whatever you want to call it. Like, nursing school is difficult, but the rewards at the end is just absolutely amazing. You being able to be there for people when they're at their lowest, when they're sick and they're in need, and be that compassionate hearted person. That's just absolutely important. But again, if you're not pouring into yourself and you're not filling yourself up, how in the world are you going to be compassionate to that person and give that person what they need when you're like on zero? It's not going to happen. You're going to be snapping, you're going to be ugly. Excuse me. And that's not what we're trying to do here, sis. So for nursing students, while you're studying, let's say you've been studying for 4 hours and the information is just not clicking, take a break. Don't sit up there and keep going because you're wasting time. We want to work smart here and not hard. You don't want to be wasteful of your time, because a lot of times if you're a nursing student, you have a job. Or even if you don't have a job, which I know some professors recommend that you don't work while you go to nursing school. If you choose to work, I did. I worked 2 jobs and ran 2 businesses. And I had kids. So it's possible if you choose to work, if you choose not to work, studying for 4 hours and it's not clicking, just stop, take a break, go for a walk. Like literally go for a walk. Don't get on your phone and go surfing social media or look at your email or watch TV. Instead, try to go outside in nature, take a walk, take a 10, 15, 30-minute walk. When you come back to whatever you're studying, just watch how things just get better. You'll be able to understand more. I never studied like 4 hours straight. That was just seemed too much. And I knew, or studies have proven, after an hour of studying, your brain don't retain anything. So study for an hour, go for a 15-minute walk, go for a 30-minute walk, and then come back. You'll be able to retain more information by studying in chunks of time versus just, I'm going to pull all-nighter and study for 4 hours. Like, what's the point? Because nursing school, you already know. Them tests, you don't know what them tests is going to bring. You might be thinking the answer is one thing and it's like completely something different, because it's not memorization. It's literally, I'm testing how you think. What is your process of thinking? So if you know the information, and you'll be able to answer the questions. Like, it's not a memorization. So don't even, I know high school teaches that. What is it? Elementary and middle school teaches us to remember stuff, but nursing school, honey, that is not in the case. Remembering stuff, yeah, it's not that type of test. So that's just a key point right there in itself. Like, don't think you about to go and remember certain things and be able to ace your test. You have to know concepts. So for my nurses who are already working on the floor, I know sometimes it's hard to get lunch breaks. I know sometimes it's hard to even step off the floor, but if you get to the point to where you about to cuss somebody out, think about your license. Think about some bridges. And I think that your charge nurse, your cleanse soup, whomever, they can give you 15 minutes to where you can go outside and take a deep breath and just breathe for a minute. Or if you need to go in the bathroom and take some deep breaths and just breathe for a minute and gather yourself, your license is not worth that. Like, don't even put yourself out there. If you feel like you get to that point to where you need to woosah, like, don't even let yourself get to the point to where you got to cut somebody out. Like, it ain't even worth it. I know when I was working in the ER and it was super busy, and I could feel when I'm about to cuss somebody out, whether it be a coworker, most of the time it'd be coworkers or whatever, because I ain't gonna cuss no patient out, even though, sometimes you be like, sir, I'm gonna need you to sit down. But I knew, I'm like, you know what? I'll be right back. Let me go in the bathroom and take a deep breath. Let me step outside this ER and take a deep breath and be able to come back in a more composed state. But again, when I first went to the ER, I wasn't like out in nature. I was calm. I was calm because I had started meditating at that particular point. But I think when I started coming out in nature and just getting that healing energy of being out in nature, it really, really helped to be able to instantaneously, I can be talking to you and I can feel rage coming up, and I can just take a deep breath while I'm still in a conversation with you and breathe and talk, and we can go on about our business. Same for my nurse bosses. Step away. Like, whatever you're doing, your contract, your calling, you're running your business, like, don't become a worker of your business. In my 20s, that's what I was. When I was an entrepreneur in my 20s, like I literally worked for my business. And we're not trying to do that. We're not trying to work for our business, right? We're trying to be business owners. We're trying to be entrepreneurship, but it defeats the purpose if you're going to be a worker of the business that you establish. So take a minute from that, step away, let me go on a walk, let me get my life together. And when you come back, you just have like so much clarity. Things click, things make sense. If it's hard, it should not be hard. It should not, you shouldn't have to fight to be able to get to whatever solution that you're trying to get to. Take a break from it. Go for a walk in nature and you will see the difference. Trust me, sis. Just try it. Try it a couple of times and keep doing it. Like, stuff don't happen overnight. I know we're into this instant gratification type era where we want everything to be instant, but repetition helps. Continuation helps, and know that it is a process. Like, life is a journey. I'm still on this journey. I'm thankful for, what I've been through and what I've came through thus far. And that's why I decided to create this channel, because I know there are many different phases that I've been through, and I can let you guys know what I did, what I thought could be helpful, just to make sure that this is a beautiful experience for you. So come join the community, like this video, subscribe, come join us, Nurse Bosses. I pray for you guys. Nothing but peace, blessings, and love. All right, till next time, peace and blessings.